Bill Engvall.
What are you guys doing?
What are we doing, man? I'm on the internet.
You know what? I got an internet question for you.
I'm the wrong guy to ask, but go ahead.
No, I figured you guys would have all my answers.
I can try to help.
Okay.
All right. Do you have a Mac?
I do have a Mac. I'm with you
Okay.
so far.
How do you open a PDF file?
You just click on it.
I did, but I keep getting a file error message.
Do you have Adobe Acrobat installed on your computer?
I don't know.
Because you might need that to open it. Because what PDF means, it means you not if you upload it, you can't change it. It's like locked in its image.
Is that the real professional advice he's looking for? That you might need that? He's looking for answers, and you give him
Actually, that might help me a lot.
It's off the cuff here. Come on.
Yeah, my advice is kick the machine. Yeah. It might help.
I'll go get my teenage son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Prophecy on the board, who happens to be a very nice geek up in the chat room that we have here, is saying you definitely need Adobe to open it.
Adobe Acrobat.
Yes.
Tell him thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, I just figured out how to save the PDF file like yesterday. Somebody showed me you go up to save, and then it says save as PDF. It's really complicated, but for me, I felt it was like a eureka moment.
My friend, I'm crawling into this computer age.
Now, are you...
I try to get this stuff, but it's like...
I know, man. I just... who better to host an internet show than me? I just said, yeah, I can't. I have a hard time reading. They got 16 things going on at once. People are texting in right now as we're speaking. So I may come at you with a question. They text in, and then they can phone in. They're uploading pictures and video. It's like walking, chewing gum, and tapping my head all at the same time. So I'm trying to talk to you.
You know what? This is so funny that and there's people who can do this, and yet, like when I went in to buy a computer, the guy's asking me all these questions, and I'm doing stuff like, ooh, that's got a nice picture.
That's right. Exactly. Nice clarity there. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, can I play music through it? Okay, cool.
Bitchin', man. Now, Bill, tell us about your show, the Bill Engvall Show. This is a long way from Star Search, my friend.
Oh, brother, I'm telling you right now, I'm just walking on cloud nine.
Right.
This is the end of not the end, but it's like I guess it may be the culmination of a 25-year dream. That the TBS came to me and said we want to do a sitcom with you. I mean, I was literally just taken back because I didn't think that it was ever going to happen. And they said, we want to do a family show. And I go, that's great, because that's the kind of show I want to do that the whole family can watch. And they said, great, let's do it. And we wrote the pilot, and they said, we love it, let's order 7 more. And all this has kind of been, this is going to sound weird, but none of this has been real yet.
Yeah.
Because it hadn't been on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And,
right.
It's like I'm getting all these reviews coming in and all this. And I told my wife this morning, I go, all these reviews don't mean anything. I go, the ultimate critic is the viewing public. And I am hoping that they are ready for just some good old-fashioned sitcom, normal family, not finger-wagging, overbearing wives and spineless husbands and smart-aleck kids that run the house.
You have enough of that in everyday life.
Yes! This is a throwback to like the Cosby Show and Dick Van Dyke, and I just pray and hope that America loves this.
Well, I watched 2 episodes last night, and that's exactly what it is. It's a family show that's fun and has some great lines in it. And the thing is, Bill, is you're a very likable guy, and I think.
Well, thanks, man.
No, it's true, and I actually worked with you once before at the Ice House years ago, and.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, but you were cool.
I love that club.
You were cool to me, so I root for you.
Well,
you know how comedians.
I'm glad I wasn't a jackass.
No, you know how comedians are. You come off stage and great set, and while you're up there, they're going, why is he doing that joke? Why is he talking to the audience? What a hack joke!
Right. No. I always figured this. I got friends that they do stuff like that, and my theory has always been this: that a lot of people help me out,
right,
and I always have this theory that if you get the chance to make it, you reach back and you grab somebody and you pull them up with you. Just like that. Jeff did with me, I do it with this other guy. And and my theory about comedy is this: I don't care if you sing, if you dance, if you juggle lemons. If you make them laugh, then you did your job.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and you got to give people credit for trying. But you actually
because a lot of people have this theory of, well, if you're not a monologist, then you're not a comedian. That's horse hockey. It's I almost said the wrong word.
No, you can say anything here because it's not FCC regulated. So.
Well, that's horse shit then. Because
there we go.
Ring the bell.
Ding, ding.
Your job is to make people laugh, and if you can do that by shooting ping pong balls out of your mouth or just be like me being a storyteller, then you did your job, And
which reminds me, we're going to Thailand.
Huh?
You mentioned shooting.
No, I haven't been to Thailand yet. My wife won't let me go.
Well, what do you think of American Idol? Because the problem I've got with American Idol is, people get up there and it's their dream. It's their dream, and I know they're putting themselves in a situation to be criticized, but to me there's a difference between honest criticism of, it needs work or it's not going to work, and just humiliating people the way they do in those auditions. What do you think?
I know a lot of people love this show.
Yeah.
So I might make some people mad about this,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think any show that is successful on tearing people down, it should be on television.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with you. These are people's dreams. There's people who this is all they've dreamt about doing.
For it.
And my guess is, because of the way television is, especially network television, and these reality shows, and their MO is, there are people, I'm sure, that they audition that were not good, and they put them on anyway because of the embarrassment factor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I just don't think that's right. I don't think it's fair to that person. I think they should, if you're going to do that, then you have to let these people know ahead and say, look, you're not going to make it, but we're going to put you on because it's going to be good for laughs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just don't think that's right, But the other thing is, it's kind of a weird show anyway, in the sense that you don't even have to win to get a record deal. I think the top 10 people already have deals when they go in there.
Yeah.
That's right. But who the hell is Paula Abdul to be judging talent anyway? I'd like to see her get up and sing any one of those songs, and let's see how well she does a cappella right now.
Well, you know what, and I don't want to just single her out, but I have that same belief about stand-up competitions.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
On any given day, anybody can be just as good as the next guy. So who are we to say you're funny? Because that's the other thing about comedy. Comedy is so subjective that what you may find funny, I may just stare at.
Right, exactly.
And vice versa. So who am I to say you're better than this guy or this guy was better than you? I'm just not a big fan of competitions.
But you and this whole blue-collar crowd, Larry the Cable Guy, Ron White, Foxworthy, I opened for Foxworthy for a week in Arizona once, and I got to know him a little bit. And the thing is that I realized with you guys, first of all, you've tapped in to, it's like NASCAR. It's out there, it's a huge audience,
right.
Maybe bigger than anything else, but you've got the New York and L.A. group that they think that the entire country is L.A. and New York, and it's not. The vast majority, that's why they vote Republican, and the people do not get it. And you guys are regular guys that tap into something that is real America, and you're likable, and you don't go out in a different way as some of the other comics, and I think that's why you guys are so popular. What do you think?
Well, I think you're right. It's funny that when you bring that up, because this show, the Bill Engvall show, has gotten nothing but great reviews from all across the country. The only people who have badmouthed it have been the coast papers.
Really?
Like the Variety and Hollywood Reporter.
Because they live in a completely different world.
They're the only publications that they're like, oh, this is stupid. It's like, I say, and my answer to that is, I travel all across this country. I see people every night.
Right.
And I see families, that want to have family TV back again, that they're tired of this Paris Hilton grab. It's just like, let's get back to where we were.
Yeah, well, Michael.
And the other thing, because they say, well, nobody watches anymore. Funny, TV Land and all these other shows, these networks are making money because people are watching the Leave It to Beaver and the Dick Van Dyke Show and the Cosby Show.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you can't tell me this genre is dead.
TV Land beat the basketball playoffs. The ratings beat the basketball
There you
playoffs.
go.
They beat hockey. People want to watch that. That's exactly it. Bill, when did you start doing stand-up, and where are you from?
I started in Dallas in 1980.
Wow.
So yeah, I've been doing this a long time.
So you
and I still love it. And even though when this show is successful and we get picked up, we're on the air regularly. I will still continue to do stand-up because I love that instant response.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but will you just do it in larger venues? You do it in Vegas or that type of thing, or will you continue?
No,
to do
I just think that there's a whole. Listen, not everybody can go to Vegas, and not everybody can go to. I looked at the Indian casinos around the country, the theaters. There's some gorgeous theaters around this country that are in smaller towns, and I love playing those.
Right. Well, I like Nancy Travis a lot.
She's awesome. I can't say enough nice things about her. She's the most wonderful. What's weird is she and my wife are so much alike, it's almost frightening.
Well, now the show, first of all, you're a great writer because within the first 10 minutes of the show, you got yourself naked with Nancy Travis. So you're my idol. You're working that computer, man. You're working that computer.
It was funny when we were shooting that scene, she kept looking at me going, why would any actor write this for himself?
Did she really say that? That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a riot. But how does your wife respond to that? Because I'm doing a little...
Let me tell you, I got the coolest wife on the planet. We've been married 25 years. Wow. And she has put up with an immense amount of crap from me, just the road and this business.
Right.
And she's my biggest supporter and my biggest critic. And she's just the most wonderful. I feel sorry for other men on the planet because she's taken.
Well, that's great, man. So you guys, you took the journey together, through the stand-up clubs and went all the way with it, and now she gets to share in it with you. I think that's great that you... Well,
and that's what's fun for us, too, is that she was with me when we were putting chunk chicken in top ramen noodles, and now when things are coming up roses, it's kind of fun to share with somebody who's been through that.
That's great. That's great. Now, the show, though, is like a family, and you got two boys, a daughter, and the wife... And you're a therapist, so I mean, is this based on the relationships between you and your wife and the kids, and your just everyday stuff that you've just elevated?
Yeah, a lot of the ideas for the show will come from my life and from my act. We won't do, I don't want to do exact word for word material. Like you'll never hear "Here's your sign" in the show,
right?
Because it just doesn't fit. I remember when I watched Jeff's show the first year it was on before I got on it. I was watching the pilot, and there was a scene where he was in the living room of his house, and his kid walks in and says, "Dad, how do you know if you're a redneck?" I'm like, "Oh my God."
Hey, I gotta tell you, when I did the show with Foxworthy, I'd go out, do my thing, and I got like a tepid response, and he would go out and do you're the redneck thing. People would be falling out of their chairs laughing. I'd just be standing in the back going, wow, I got to reassess. I got to reassess.
Right. Listen, there's no, I'm not going to kid you, to have a hook is great.
Right.
Because that's what, that brings them to your party.
Right.
And now once they get there, then they realize there's a lot more, to you than just like for me, just the here's your sign stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. They realize that there's I do 10 minutes of here's your sign stuff and 80 to 90 minutes of regular just general life stuff.
Now, are you guys all buddies? You guys hang out, or you get sick of each other after a while and need a break and then come back together?
It is, but they've done a great job of doing this. The promoters of our show, the Blue Collar Show, did just enough dates where we were all cool and hanging out, and we didn't get sick of seeing each other. So, that was, and listen, I owe a great deal to the Blue Collar because I don't think if it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you about my own show now.
Right. True. Well, now how has it been transitioning from doing the stand-up to the acting for you? What was the biggest hurdle for you to deal with doing that?
I think the hardest thing about becoming an actor is from being a comedian is when you're a comedian, you're doing all the talking.
Right.
when you're an actor, you have to learn how to listen. And you have to learn to listen to what the other person's saying, and you also have to learn how to take someone else's words and make them conversational.
Right. Well, I thought you did a great job in the episodes I saw last night of being very relaxed, and I think a lot of the comics, they do just that. They rush, they overpower the people they're with, and I thought it looks like you and Nancy Travis could be a couple.
Well, you know what's funny? Thank you. That's a very nice compliment to the acting ability. My wife and her friend were watching one of the shows, and her friend said to my wife, she goes, this is weird, but I keep forgetting that Bill's not married to her. So that and I would give a lot of credit to Nancy Travis there, because she is such a consummate actor that you better bring your A game or you're going to get left behind.
Well, what's she like working with her?
I can't. I wish I had there's not an adjective that describes how great it is. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a friend. And the bond that we had happened really fast. We just kind of had a great instant rapport, and it comes across on TV. I think that right. That we have the same vision for this show. That we wanted a family show. She's got 2 kids. She wants a show that her kids can watch.
Bill, to me, my wife is actually the entertainment writer for Time Magazine, and she just interviewed Larry the Cable Guy. And what's interesting to me, after talking to you, watching you, listening to your act, Foxworthy, all you guys are all incredibly bright guys. You're great performers, but you're also great marketers. You get the business, you get people. What do you feel about these people that? And I'm not putting Dennis Miller down, but Dennis Miller talks over people to the point where the average guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And that's not a knock on the average guy. It's just, I think sometimes the average guy does not want to work that hard after he's busted his ass all week. He wants to have a beer and hear some jokes and not feel threatened. And you guys...
I agree. Listen, I consider myself a fairly intelligent guy. I think that, if you want to take something like that, I think Dennis is incredibly smart. He's probably the most intelligent guy I know. But when I watch his rants and stuff, I think Dennis is probably one of the funniest guys out there.
I agree.
But I'll be honest with you, I get lost, and I think maybe sometimes that hurts him a little bit, and that people go, we want to be with you, we want to like you, but for God's sakes, I can't understand what you're saying. And does that make me a dummy? No, I'm a very intelligent man, but I don't. He's so well read that I think sometimes you can outclass the room.
Yeah, absolutely. Where are the best audiences for you?
What's funny is I used to say there used to be like Texas and but it's because my act is not regional.
Right.
I get it all over the country, and I tell you what I find is it's becoming more and more popular because I do a clean show and I talk about family.
Right.
I see these guys they do their shows and they're dirty and they find their little niche audience. But I look at guys like Newhart and Cosby and stuff, and I don't want to be a flash. I don't want to work for 5 years and be hot. I want to work for 50 years and be steady.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I would say I really don't have a favorite where I work the best. I mean, it's all over, because here's the thing. The stuff I talk about, everybody does. I mean, whether just the only thing different is the accent.
Right, yeah. Well, listen, we got a fan who wants to you take a phone call?
Sure.
All right. Hang on.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Jack,
doing good.
What part of the country are you calling from, Jack?
California.
All right.
Camp Pendleton.
Hey, Jack, that's where I'm at.
He's in the Marines.
Oh, Jackson.
No, I'm a sailor, not a Marine.
Oh, a sailor.
Sorry, you already insulted the guy.
Sorry.
All right.
It's all good, Buddha.
What question you have for Bill Engvall?
I just want to tell him that he's freaking awesome. He's hilarious. My family loves him. We have, your DVD and all that stuff, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your show tonight. It's just really awesome.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. And listen, your family is obviously got great taste. You know what, Jack? I try to do this. In fact, I was just down. Are you down in San Diego?
I am down. Well, yeah, basically, I'm at Camp Pendleton at the Marine base.
Okay, I was just down there. I just did a show on the Reagan not too long ago. And,
sweet.
I will tell you this too, that one of the things I'm most proud of, that some of my most ardent and biggest fans are military, and I just think that the military personnel in this country is just wonderful. I think we are in such safe hands. If we could just get the leaders out of the way and let just these kids run the country, we'd be just fine.
That's exactly.
I agree.
But it's I just have such a great respect for everybody in the military, and I think that everybody in the military should drop to their knees and thank God that I'm not in the military, because I wouldn't be good.
Bill, if I told you people were shooting at you, would you run towards it or away from it?
I wouldn't know which way to run. I'd look like that cartoon character that his feet are moving, but he's not going anywhere. It'd be that John Belushi move, that just kind of jumping around, going, oh my God, where do I go?
Yeah.
Where do I go?
Where did he go, Bosses? Where did he go?
Well, Jack, we're going to send you Bill's book. Here's your sign. Okay?
Oh, sweet.
All right,
definitely.
Buddy. So you email Buddha your mailing address, and we'll send it off to you.
Hey, and tell everybody at Pendleton I said hey, and be safe.
Oh, definitely. Buddha, can you send me a private message? I mean, not a private message. Comment on my.
Yes,
on my. Okay.
No
okay.
worries.
Cool deal. So I can get. All right. Well, thank you, Bill, for letting me talk to you, man. You're awesome. All right, later, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right,
Bill, well, I don't want to keep you. I really appreciate you taking time, and we're going out to 26 different countries, although that doesn't help you here in the United States, but you got a big audience here, and a lot of people are excited
and everyone
on the
is
board.
saying on the
guys,
board
thank
that
you so
you're
much,
such
and,
a nice guy.
I really appreciate all the plugs.
You
guys are awesome.
Yeah, and they're talking about Delta Farce. So I look forward to I look forward to meeting you sometime, Bill, and good luck tonight. I know you're going to do great.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, pal.
Bye.
Bye-bye.